Ladies and gentlemen, here we are live from downtown Tecumseh. My name's Philip Kaufman, and I'm with
Sam Buss.
Yeah, it's nice to have you back, man. It's been too long. How's college treating you?
Very good. I'm enjoying it a lot, but Striv is something I've missed a lot, and I'm glad to be here today. Finally, I get to commentate a sport that I love to play, and I know how to play. I've played baseball for a very, very long time. It's my last season now, so I'll be here for the juniors game, but during the seniors, I'll be out in the field. So make the most out of the time we have here. Both coaches currently at home plate having their coaches meeting, and before you know it, we'll have starting lineups. Hopefully you can hear them. The speaker system down here, not the best, but we'll see what we can get out of it. If anything else, we'll give them to you. And thank you for watching tonight, the special presentation. Something we're excited to do. It's been talked about for years, but finally Marcus and his Striv Crew have put it all together, and now we're live down here in Tecumseh. Right outside the home dugout on the first base line. It might get a little warm. Hopefully the equipment lasts through about 5 hours of play. We'll try our best. So as these coaches finish up their talking there, we're going to turn it over to the announcer's booth here in the next 30 seconds. And thanks for watching. We'll be right back. Don't go too far.
You mean that's like out of the bag. Like, don't stand up there like a deer headlight. I wish that was
Welcome tonight for our Legion matchup between Adams, Post 51, and Tecumseh Post 2. For your starting lineup for Adams, batting leadoff, playing left field, number Brandon Gergen.
Hey.
Batting second, playing short, Evan Alt. Batting third, playing catcher, Dave Goes. Batting fourth, playing center, Mason Denson. Batting fifth, playing first, Noah Williams. Batting sixth, pitching tonight, Colin Wombold. Batting seventh, playing third, Ace Jennings. Batting eighth, playing right field, Trent Allen. And batting ninth, playing second, Solomon Delhay. And now for your lineup for Post 2. Leading off, playing second, Jake Van Winkle. Hitting second, playing third, Ryan Boyne. Hitting third, playing catcher, Mason Benham. Hitting fourth, pitching tonight, Cam Schuster. Hitting fifth, playing short, Zach Hawley. Hitting sixth, playing first, Brandon Speckman. Hitting seventh, playing right field, Tyler Blessing. Hitting eighth, playing left field, Rowan Benham. And hitting ninth, playing center, Jalen Barron. Now, if you please rise and remove your caps while we play the national anthem.
Doing the national anthem. Okay.
go, Greg. I couldn't.
Hey, let's go. Keep them up. A lot of holler, a lot of chatter.
Alrighty, we're going to go ahead and go through those rosters just in case you guys couldn't hear them. I'll be reading off Adams here. For the first guy we got up, we've got number 26, Brandon Juergens, 34, Evan Alt, 7, Gabe Goes, 18, Mason Denzen, 31, Noah Williams, 8, Colin Wombold. We got 11, Hayden Jennings, 14, Trenton Allen, and 3, Solomon Delhay.
And I'll go ahead and read the lineup for the home team, the Tecumseh Post 2 juniors. Leading off, we have Chase Van Winkle playing second base. Ryan Bowling hitting second will be our third baseman. Mason Benham, number 5, hitting third at catcher. Cam Schuster hitting in the cleanup spot, number 28. He's our pitcher tonight. Zach Hawley, number 20, is playing shortstop. Brandon Speckman, number 27, is the first baseman. Batting 7th, Tyler Blessing in right field. Rowan Benham's batting 8th in left. And batting second leadoff, Jalen Behrens in center field. So as you can see, obviously, Tecumseh will be taking the field first as they're the home team. Cam Schuster out there taking his warm-up pitches. Philip, what's your take on being able to come down here today and commentating a sport you've never had the chance to do before?
Oh, I think it's a real nice experience, and there's just a lot of stuff that we've been able to test. Like, we've got a wireless camera all the way out there in the middle of center field. We've got this real new expensive thing that we're being allowed to test for, like, communications. That's wireless, too. All sorts of new things, and I'm super excited because like you said, I've never done baseball before, and it'll be fun to see how it goes.
Yeah, this is for sure a really cool experience. You can't see it. You might have a glimpse of it at some point during the game, but straight center field, we have a camera set up on some scaffolding out there. There's a couple workers out there shooting straight at home. And then, of course, right here along the first baseline, we have our main camera. And at some point during the game, we may have another one that goes out and find some other cool things. But we're about to get started here as they throw down to second base. We're getting ready for that first pitch. Hopefully that wind doesn't get too bad today. We'll try our best to minimize that.
You know, it's better than the hollowness of a gym, you know?
Yeah, that's for sure. I like being outside, not necessarily when it's 85 degrees and 70% humidity. Let me tell you, it gets pretty damp in that outfield when you're playing at 9 o'clock at night. So Brandon Juergens, leadoff batter. Cam Schuster at the first pitch. It'll be a called strike to start the game.
You know, I've yet to have the pleasure to come see these guys play at all this summer. I've been pretty busy, but I'm excited to see what they can do. Some of them I am schoolmates with, and others I don't even know who they are, but I'm excited to see how they play.
Yeah, for sure. This Tecumseh team is a collage of many as that pitch is swung at for strike 2. It's a collage of many towns. We have Tecumseh. There's a few Johnson kids, some Sterling kids, and a couple from Humboldt, Pawnee City, too. So both juniors and seniors, it's definitely not just Tecumseh. It's more of a southeast Nebraska collage. Cam Schuster with the third pitch of this offering. That's going to be the first out of the inning. Strike, out number 1. Yeah, so as of yesterday, the juniors hold a record of 12-9, while Adams Post 221 has a record of 0-12. These two teams have played twice so far this season. This is the third time now, and both times Tecumseh's won. First time 14-0, second time 11-2. The last time was as recent as the 22nd of June. First pitch of this batter, strike right down the middle. Additionally, we'll have a camera in the dugout that you may get to see a couple cool views of our coaches and players as they come in. I don't know how much we're going to utilize that, but I hope it's cool.
Yeah, it's also another thing we got new this time around.
So that's now 5 consecutive strikes for Schuster. He's on track for an immaculate inning.
He's throwing some heaters down there.
And Cameron is one of the more powerful pitchers this junior team has to offer. He kind of scares me. I don't know if I'd want to hit off of him. If he misfires and hits you, it's probably going to leave a bruise. And swung out for strike 3. That's out number 2 of the inning. Rolling through him now. Only 6 pitches, 2 outs.
Like the hype coming from you guys. T-Town over here being loud. I like it.
Now, Philip, you haven't had a chance to see either of these teams play this year. What do you think of Tecumseh's new jerseys?
I like them. I caught a glimpse every once in a while when I'd like be heading to work or something. I really liked them.
Yeah, for sure. This last year we had the black ones. They're really hot, for sure.
Oh, I bet.
And so we advocated. Oh, and Cam throws his first ball of the inning. We really advocated for something new and lighter, as well as not so dark. These jerseys are really light and breathable, nonetheless. These pants are pretty heavy, but that's fine. It's good for sliding. But as one of the older players on the team, me and Eli Waring kind of got to help guide how these uniforms would look, and we really like the pinstripe idea. We were almost trying to go for the Padres look, but they have a little bit more brown. We didn't really want the brown. We like the gold and the gray. I think it looks sharp. So
agree.
far, we have won the uniform game at every park we've gone to. So that's a plus we have going for us. The record may show different, but we've won every uniform battle. So 1-1 the count now. Schuster with the pitch. Right back to the pitcher. Easy out number 3, and the Tecumseh Post 2 juniors retire the side in order as they come back to their dugout, ready to get their bat swinging. So, Phil, this is a new experience for both of us, trying to figure out how to commentate baseball. It's a lot of downtime. Baseball is not necessarily a fast-paced game, but when something happens, it goes really fast. So in cases like this, for the viewer, you may get bored at some points, but let me assure you, there's never a dull moment for Johnson County Central Striv. When I left for college this last year, I tried listening once in a while, just to see how they were doing, because it's something I missed a lot. And even after I was gone, never a dull moment. And I hope that continues today with this special presentation of baseball. It's going to be a new challenge, but I know they're up for it.
Oh yeah, and we always like having fun here, so we'll figure out some way to make it have some fun and happiness going around through here. Positivity, we like it.
So right now it's just me and Philip out here, but at some point before the seniors game starts, I believe Eli Waring will pop in. We'll get a few questions off of him as he's having quite the season. He came back this year. We were trying to talk while we were at college, and my idea was I want to come back for these cool uniforms, and his idea was I'll come back if you come back. I don't think I get enough credit on this team for bringing him back, because he's definitely played a big role in how we've performed this year.
Oh yeah, he's a great athlete.
Even just yesterday at Wilbur, he had 2 home runs. I think he has 7 or 8 on the season now. That has to be close to Tecumseh record.
I'm sure.
Until last year, I hadn't seen a home run hit on the team in all my years of baseball, but Eli now with a staggering amount on the year, and I can't wait to see how he performs in districts coming up. The juniors will be playing their districts here in Syracuse in the next coming weeks. So good luck to them, of course. As a ball comes over here to hit our expensive mic stand.
There's a fence in between.
Yeah, there's a fence, but it made a not so pleasant sound. So good luck to them as they go to their districts, and then seniors have a little bit longer. We don't go until later in July, I think 23rd or something. We go out to Hebron, and we'll have our own offering out there, and hopes to move on to the state tournament for the first time in both me and Eli's time in the Legion program here in Tecumseh. Hasn't happened in a long time, but we have high hopes for this team.
Yeah, just from this first inning, it seems like you guys are pretty strong, and I like the energy coming from the bench, too. The coaches have a lot of energy, too. And, I mean, how can you not have a lot of energy? Look at that mullet, man.
Well, here's the thing. These coaches, they're out here in long, hot hours in this sun. You know, they have to be here at 4 o'clock for the juniors, and they're here past 10 for the seniors. So props to them, as we appreciate everything they do. Keaton especially is here early every time, making sure the field's ready to go and the booth's all set up and ready to start the game. So the head coach for Tecumseh is Todd Dierberger. He resides just south of Tecumseh, close to Pawnee or Humboldt. And then assistant coaches Keaton Gillespies and Cole Gillespies, a brother duo. We appreciate what they do. Of course, you wouldn't realize this, but 24 hours ago, this field looked like a nasty pond with lots of moss and algae on top. It was not looking too good. Last night we come back from our game, and it looks like you could have planted some beans on this field. It was all cultivated up. And now, after lots of work by Dave Bowling and Harold Richardson, this field is back to where it once was, and it looks very nice. So shout out to them, as their work is greatly appreciated. Everything they do and everything the community does for this field is great. The first pitch of the bottom of the inning, high ball.
Yeah, got to give them props. They were doing a real nice job. They were making sure the grass that grew in on the infield wasn't too grown up. They're burning that up. Nice hit.
Right down the line. It's going to be just a little bit foul. A little bit early there.
If he can straighten that out, that'll be a nice 2 or 3 baser there, if I had to guess.
This pitch is popped up, middle of the infield, and it's caught, out number 1. That one was hit to the shortstop, Evan Alt. That one took me a second. So 1 down to start this inning. Now to bat, Ryan Bowling. Third baseman Ryan has a lot of power. He starts most of the games for the seniors even. For a while he was right up there, 3rd best batting average on the senior squad. I don't know the stats for the juniors as much, but Ryan is doing pretty darn good for himself this year. Well, look at that. Ryan has a 400 batting average. That's more than respectable.
Hopefully that wind isn't too bad for you guys. Feels nice to me, I can tell you that.
A ball inside. That'll bring a 2-1 count to Bowling. He's sporting the new look of the high socks today. It's a new one. We have stirrups on the team, but no high socks. I got to say, though, I do like it. It looks nice. That one just slightly outside, bringing the count 3-1, 3 balls and 1 strike. In this situation, you can almost always expect a fastball down the middle. We'll see if that's the case here. If so, Ryan will make some contact. That one high, giving Ryan that first base. Now we talked about Ryan's batting average, but now up to bat, Mason Benham. He has an even better average on the year at 479, nearly 500. If that's not enough, his on-base percentage, 638.
Jeez. You guys got some pretty good stats all around.
That one a high foul ball over our area.
Gotta stay short, okay? No loop.
I made sure to park quite far away so I didn't have any balls through the windshield.
Good idea. It's happened a few times.
Yeah, I heard about that.
There's a steal, Ryan Bowling. Up easy on second, standing. Throw down just a little bit off. They'll keep Bowling at second, though.
I gotta admit, it's been quite a few years since I've played any baseball, but I do miss it, I will say that.
Yeah, I think I would have really missed it, too, if I wouldn't have come back this year. I'm going to miss it next year for sure. That pitch down for Mason. That'll bring the count 1-2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bowling goes for 3, and Mason strikes out. Ryan up easy on third.
Definitely not afraid to steal. I like seeing that out of players.
Now hitting the cleanup hitter, Cam Schuster. With a runner on third, they have a good opportunity now to drive in the first run of the game. 2 outs now. That one's knocked.
Sheesh.
It's a blooper on the outfield, and that's going to score one. Schuster will stay at first. He hopped all over that first pitch of that one. Now a pinch runner. Hunter Bowling's going to run for the pitcher. Courtesy, rather, not a pinch.
I was going to say, I've played with Cam before. He's pretty dang fast.
He is, but at this point in the game, you want to save your pitcher as much as you can.
Very true, very true. Smart plays.
Pitcher's going to take his time here. Now batting Zach Hawley. Zach plays a fair amount of seniors as well. Last night he started at shortstop. That's where he's playing in this game too. It's good to see some of these younger kids that have some, oh, there's a base knock to the second baseman, gets past him. That's going to be an error. Bowling advances to third. Hawley will stay at first. You have runners on the corner now with 2 outs. Batting will be Brandon Speckman. as I was saying, it's nice to see some of these younger players that can step up and fulfill the needs of that seniors team when needed. They step up in big spots and take care of business for sure. Speckman swings that one high. Hawley advances to second. So now 2 runners in scoring position for Speckman, 2 outs and 1 strike. Pass ball, we're going to send the runner from third. Slides at home, he's going to be safe. Tecumseh now has 2 on the inning. Hawley advances to third on the pass ball. I think they're going to say Speckman did not go on the swing, bringing the count 1-1.
I like the aggressiveness of your guys' team. Every chance they get, they're stealing and trying to get some scored points here at home.
Oftentimes we try to play a strategy of small ball when we can, as it wins games when necessary. It's not always about the big hits and the gaps. And
talk about big hits.
Right to the left fielder, he's going to pop out, although it was a line drive. Good contact for Speckman. That'll send Tecumseh Post 2 back out to the field. After 1 complete inning of play, Tecumseh leads 2-0. My name's Sam Buss, joined by Philip Kaufman. We're going to go a quick commercial break. We'll be back soon.
Tecumseh Insurance Center understands that your insurance products are only as good as your agent, and that's why personalized service is our specialty. As an independent agency, we offer a number of insurance options for your home, auto, business, farm, and crop insurance needs. We are proud to operate and do business in our small rural community and want to provide you with the best protection and options available. Please call us for a quote at 402-335-4123 or visit us on the web at tecumsehinsuranceCenter.com.
Welcome back. My name's Sam Buss, joined by Philip Kaufman and the JCC Striv Crew. So I don't know which camera view you're seeing right now, but we have 3 different options for this game. One out in the center, one here on the first baseline, just at the start of the outfield, and then we also have one in the dugout here. Although it's not really interesting right now, as we just have a few players in there. Not a whole lot of action happening here in the home dugout. At some point, though, it will be a very interesting view.
Hunter, you were going back at home. You'd already made you move back. Come out, watch the pitch.
So now Adams ready to start the bottom of the top of the second. Mason Denzen leading off for Adams. First one will be called strike. Swung out for strike 2.
I gotta admit, I think my legs would be kind of trembly if I was at the home plate there batting with Cam throwing.
I've taken pre-game with Cam before at first, and he's at short or something. He throws, fires, man. It hurts. It hits you. It hurts. As he fires that one past the batter for out number 1. Cam now with 4 strikeouts. 3, rather. That last one was a ground out to the pitcher.
Cam, work ahead, kiddo. Hey, who's going to make a play for him? Come on, who's going to make a play? Outfield, know your wind.
Noah Williams, the first baseman, now batting. His first pitch will be a called ball. Wow, that wind's really getting the best of us, huh? Feels nice for us here. Sorry for you at home. Williams swings for the first strike.
But the thing is, he doesn't understand baseball. Come on, bat on ball here.
1-1 the count. One gone. That one high over his head.
Hey, don't overthrow. You can do it. You're right, great. You're right, great. Come on, 3-1.
That one will be swung at for strike 2, bringing the count 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 away in the inning. Tecumseh leads 2-0. He shoots one out into right field. That'll be a base hit. The first for Adams in the game.
Nice dive, Chase. That away.
Good effort by Van Winkle at second, but he couldn't quite get to that ball.
Hey, roll up, shoot. Anything back to you. You got Hollywood in the bag.
So the perfect game bid will end early in the second for Cam.
Good job. Good job.
It's not much of a bid, only in the second, but you know, good for him. He had a nice start, and he still has plenty of room to finish here. Colin Wombold now batting for Adams. First one will be called a strike. Throw back to first. Speckman gets off the bag.
Stay in there, Dale. Hey, we need to knock those down. I was watching him, and all I saw was the ball coming at me. Tell Cam to throw it on that side of the bag. Let's hear it. You tell him not to throw it first.
That one just low, ball 1.
Hey, that's close. Give us that. Keep that glove still. Stop your glove momentum. Freeman. Go, Cam.
That one also low. 2 balls now. Last night, Tecumseh traveled to Wilbur, and the juniors won 10-1. It was a good game, for sure. All the way until his final innings, it was really tight, and then Tecumseh was able to pull through strong. Seniors also picked up a win, although that one wasn't time limit, and it took a very long time. We didn't get home till around midnight. I feel bad for the guys who had to work at 7 this morning. It's all part of the game. The last pitch, a strike for Schuster. Count now 2-1, 1 out in the inning. Oh, apparently the scoreboard is a little off. That is strike 3, as Williams is retired for the second out.
Hey, guard your hole, Holly. Guard your hole. Hey.
You know, one of the great things about being right here next to the home dugout, you're going to hear all the coach chatter. Now batting, number 11, Hayden Jennings. He's in the 7th spot tonight, playing at third base. First one's going to be inside. Ball gets away from the catcher, but the runner will remain at first.
I could tell they're definitely reluctant to steal with the guy they got on first there. I especially would too with how fast Cam is going.
Count is 1-0 on the batter, 2 out in the inning. Now on a little bit low, ball 2.
Yep, back to it. Go through your mechanics. Go through your mechanics.
That one swung at for the first strike of this offering.
Right at him, 2-8.
Second one swung at. That'll bring the count 2-2. Fouled back. Fighting to stay alive with 2 outs gone. Runner should be going on contact. He didn't move too fast though.
Hey, best pitch right here. Step off. There you go. No, you're all right.
This is what you may call a deuces situation, Philip. 2 strikes, 2 balls, and 2 gone. 2's all over the scoreboard. It's the second inning. Tecumseh up 2-0. That ball just over his head. That'll bring the count to full, I believe.
Thank you. Hey, good pitch. Good pitch. Hey, one better right here. One better. Make him swing. No freebies, 2-8. Right back at it. Go, Dan.
Runner going. Swung on. Shallow ball to left field. Caught. That'll end the inning. In the top of the inning.
Hey, let's go back to work. Come on. Good job.
4 batters up, 3 knocked down. Tecumseh comes back in. No runs scored. Score still 2-0.
One thing I'm definitely noticing from this Tecumseh team is everything they do, they got some hustle in their step, and the fundamentals are really well done, and they've definitely been working on it, I can tell.
A big thing we try to stress throughout the whole year is you got to come out with that energy and enthusiasm right away in the games. It sets a pace. You know, energy levels are huge, especially on the field and in the dugout. If you are down on yourself and you don't have that want to be here, it's a lot harder to succeed and play well. Additionally, it's important to have your team's back and always be encouraging for everyone on the bench. You got to stay in this game. And so, as you said, that's something that Tecumseh is doing well today, and it's good to see. So just a little bit ago, you got to see that cool dugout camera we were talking about. Hopefully, we only see pleasant things from that. Sometimes the dugout can get a little bit heated, especially out of a bad strikeout or something like that, but that's not going to happen today. It's not going to happen today. Look at that. Look at that dugout. All happy and cheery. Not sweaty yet. It won't take long.
Yeah, it's definitely a little toasty out here. I'm sure it won't take too long.
And you're in the shade. Think about how they feel.
Oh, I know.
And that field, it does not take long to start dripping. That first pitch to him is low, way low. Batting for Tecumseh is Tyler Blessing. He's hitting 7 today, playing in right field. Second pitch, low as well, 2-0 the count. That one swung at, strike one. Had a little bit of an uppercut there. It's hard to make good contact with that. You need a level swing, especially up in the zone like that one. If you would have made contact there, it would have been an easy pop out. In the busy stretch of a season like this, like we're currently in, it's hard for the teams to get in and practice. Luckily for the juniors team, at least, they have some coaches over there during batting practice, as that one's thrown in there for a strike two. They have coaches over there for batting practice, helping them guide through the situation, trying to figure out what needs to be fixed. Seniors, on the other hand, we coach each other. We try our best. We've played the sport for a long time, and obviously we're all passionate about it, or it wouldn't be here this late in our lives. That one is singled or hit down the line to third, fired to first, and he's pulled off the bag. Blessing will be called safe. Maybe considered an infield hit or an error. It'd be close. It's a scorer's decision for sure. So back to what I was saying, that uppercut there would have been addressed in batting practice, and it's something that's hard when you don't have an actual practice during the week. It's a lot of game repetition. It's hard to get those errors fixed when you don't have the opportunities as much, but it's important for these players to have rest days too. The arms get tired, and so does your whole body, really. Blessing running for second. And he's up. Maybe should have slid there. Throw just a little bit off, though he's up easy. So now batting, Rowan Benham, left fielder, made the last out of the inning just a couple minutes ago. Now has a runner in scoring position. Rowan is batting .379 on the year with a .429 on-base percentage. And with that, Blessing steals third. Safe. So now the third run for Tecumseh is just 90 feet away. And that is true, Keaton. He's not in a good mood when we are not winning games. He's not a pleasurable man to be around when you're down. But that's what a coach is supposed to do. All the power to him. And that one hacked out. That'll be the second strike of the offering. That one's going to be right into that little gap. And he's not going to score the runner from third as he's stuck at the base. Regardless, nice base hit there by Rowan Benham, bringing that batting average up just a little bit.
Ball goes back to the pitcher now. We got Jalen Barons up to bat here for Tecumseh.
Nice bunt there by Jalen Barons. He's going to get to first safely and scoring the run. He laid that one down nice, absorbed the shock.
That's probably one of the best bunts I've seen in a while.
Bunting has played a big role in our gameplay this year. As I said,
there's that lovely train.
We try to play that small ball approach as showcased right there with Jalen. Yeah, that's no fun. Jalen runs for second. No one's there. He'll be up easy. So now back to the top of the order. Chase Van Winkle now has two runners in scoring position, no outs. The count is 1-0. That one outside, bringing the count 2-0, 2 balls, no strikes. Chase batting a pretty average .280 on the year. Gets on base about 1 every 4 at-bats. In a normal game, you should have about 4 plate appearances. So it's not too bad, averaging a hit a game. Now on outside, and he gets on base on 4 balls. Now we got bases loaded for the power hitter, Ryan Bowling.
I was here from the dugout calling him Rhino. Where'd you get that nickname from?
That's, you know, Ryan showed up here in this organization just a couple years ago, and it's just kind of stuck with him, I suppose. I think one of the Tecumseh guys just called him that, and it stuck with him ever since, because in the early days, him and Mason Benham got confused a lot, and so calling him Rhino just worked.
And I'm sure the gray jerseys kind of helped push that too.
Oh, yeah. It's now a mound visit for Adams as they try to discuss something. Bases loaded. This is not a situation they want to be in. 3-0 the score. And with 3 men on base. And one of the best hitters in the Tecumseh lineup at the plate. No outs. Sacrifice here would score at least 1. That one a little bit high for Ryan. He's able to be a little bit picky here in this situation. He's going to wait for his pitch. That one swung at and missed. Strike 1. Swing looked a little delayed there. A little slow.
Tell he really wants that contact though.
That one popped up and out of play, bringing the count 1-2. On deck is Mason Benham, another really good hitter on this team. This is a big pitch here for Adams, and out here would be big. Another one out of play for Ryan. On to the concession stand.
Better than a car.
A quality at-bat is any at-bat that has more than 6 pitches or more. Ryan's climbing his way up there. That one in play, right past third baseman. He's going to score 1. And the second one coming from third now. So a 2 RBI single for Bowling. Bringing up Mason Benham to the plate. Runners on first and second. So way to drive in a few, bringing the score 5-0 now. Still no outs in the inning. Mason, first pitch of the at-bat. Right to second, and they try to turn it. He's going to be safe. Scoring another one. They did get the runner at second, though. We'll bring the score 6-0.
It's like, but a line drive past the base should be.
So that won't be counted as a hit for Mason, as it was a fielder's choice, and they chose to go for Ryan there, the lead runner. Smart decision. That'll be only 1 out in the inning. So runner on first now for Cam Schuster, the cleanup hitter. First pitch will be called strike. Mason gets the second, up and easy. Hard hit ground ball to the shortstop. Can't get his hands on it. Second baseman decides to hold it. Runner advances to third. Cam Schuster gets the first safely. Zach Hawley now batting for Tecumseh. Runners at the corners, 1 out. Another opportunity for an RBI here for Zach. Another mound visit, and it looks like this time something might change. Bringing someone from the dugout. Colin Wombold was the pitcher.
We now got Ridge Brethauer going ahead and starting to get some warm-up pitches in there. See if maybe he could switch something up for Adams. So with their previous pitcher, Johnson County, or T-Town in this case, was getting some pretty good hits off of him and scored quite a few points. Scored 6 runs.
You know, Philip, I think this may be a good opportunity for me to step away for a little bit and take some batting practice. I'll be back soon.
Right.
Philip will take good care of you. I know he will.
All right. You know, it's been quite a few years since I've played any baseball. I gotta admit, I kind of miss it, but it's gonna be rough to get back into because I went from hitting like 50-mile-an-hour pitches, and this is gonna be more in the 80s now. It's been quite a few years. I was looking at the stats of the Tecumseh team. We've got some pretty good stats all the way across. A lot of really good hitters. Honestly, just averaging really great numbers. And I've heard all good things from my buddies that play and my friends that have watched. They say that they've got a pretty good lineup, junior and senior. Line drive just out of the foul. Looks like number 20, Zach Hawley's up. Ooh, that one's hit up, coming towards us. Stay on the field, though. First baseman got a hold of it there. That's an out. Next up, we got Brandon Speckman. Now, there's somebody I know. He's in the class just below me. He's going to be a junior next year. And I'm happy to say that I'm going to be a senior. I'm excited to see where our football team will go this year. There's a ball. He took that like a man. Didn't even flinch, run into the base, no limping. That's what I like to see. Then we got Tyler Blessing up to bat. I remember playing baseball with him back in the day. See if he can hit like he did last time. Had a pretty nice line drive, and he was able to get all the way home. Stole the bases. Had a few close calls, but he's got some wheels on him. And a nice hit over the pitcher. Looks like second baseman got it and stepped on the base there. That's the third and final out of that one. Now we're on to the third inning. We're going to go ahead and take a little bit of a break. We'll see you guys here in just a couple of seconds. Thank you very much for watching.
At Pumpkin Pantry, the only thing more surprising than our variety of name brand snacks is the variety of people who walk through our front doors. And at this point, nothing you ask for surprises us. From tube chips, tri-cornered tortilla crisps, icing bluffs, pressurized buttery corn puffs, meat missiles, small people covered in sour crystals, protein cocoon, pizza chews, tree sprites, chocolate stripes, stuff we can't advertise. Sweet, salty, also sour, adolescent jet power. No matter who you are or what you're craving, we got it. Pump up your day at Pumpkin Pantry.
And we are back here in downtown Tecumseh. Got a black screen. There we go. It's fixed. Had some technical difficulties. Also, I'd like to remind you guys we are trying some new things tonight. We've got some new tech stuff. Like, for example, the camera out there in the center field. That one's a wireless camera, and we've got the camera running on batteries. We've also got the receiver for the signal to send back to us on a battery too. So I gotta make sure to keep switching those out. We've also got a dugout camera. Marcus likes doing cool stuff like that. I remember one of the other things we did this year was we had microphones just behind the backboards for basketball, and that added the swishing sound of the net, the ball bouncing off the backboard. It was really cool. Up now we got number 14 for Adams batting. That's Trenton Allen. Schuster's still pitching. He threw a ball there. Made some contact. That went back. That'll be 1 strike, 1 ball now for the count. You know, one thing I do love about sports is watching teams and just how you can tell what they work on as you watch them. Like, one thing that I noticed about Schuster, Cameron Schuster, the pitcher, is he would speed up his wind-up for the pitch, so it'd give the runner less time to steal a base, which is just a smaller thing that not all people really pay attention to, but it's nice to see those little things being worked on. A swing and a miss. They bring up a second strike. Counts 2-2. Nice heater right down the middle, swing and a miss, strikeout. Cameron Schuster got a real good arm on him. And I was happy we're able to do some baseball this summer because I won't be able to commentate football because I'm actually going to be playing. Haven't played in a couple of years. I'm excited for that. A nice pitch right down the middle. Can't see the number on the guy's jersey, but I know he does have a strike. Looks like that's number 3, Solomon Delhay. The second baseman for Adams. Has a count of 1-1. Another strike down there. It is cool to finally see these guys play, though. I've heard a lot of good things, and it's nice to see how well they're doing. Another strike right down the center. Delhay hesitated, and that sent him back to the dugout with a strike. And we got number 26, Brandon Juergens, up to bat. Cameron Schuster's been doing some great pitching. Let's see if he can keep that up. That was a little bit of a high one, but he swung and missed. Wasn't too high, just at the top of the box. Another great swing, great hit out to center field. Looks like a little bit of a miscommunication there. Brandon Juergens got to first base on that one, no further though. Now we've got number 34 up. That's Evan Alt. Juergens got a decent lead there. I wouldn't want too big of a one because I know Schuster's got a good arm on him. There he goes, stealing. Catcher got the ball on his mitt, but it just slipped out. Juergens on second now. Wouldn't be surprised if they would try a bunt here, but we'll see.
Nobody. Bigger.
A swing and a miss.
Hey, defense, Louisiana.
You know, the wind stayed and the temperature's gone down a little bit. It's getting nice out here. In the shade, at least. I don't know how it is for the players out there. Might still be a little toasty. Another heater a little high, though.
Hey, Chase.
That'll lead to another ball.
Stay right there. Keep him honest when he delivers and bust off. Hey. 5 seconds there.
Counts 2-1. A ball there. Juergens able to get to third. Adams looking to try and send him home to get the first point of the game for them. And I bet you guys will never guess who's back.
Yeah, it's me.
Oh, a nice hit up center. Center field got a hold of it, and that was able to get an RBI there.
Hey, get ahead, you all right?
That'll lead for Adams' first point of the game. Score is now 6-1. Schuster had a great start, and he's been keeping a nice pace throughout this whole thing, not giving off too many hits.
Hey, top middle, right at it, 2-8.
Keeping the heat on those pitches, too. That one bounced off the catcher. The runner decided to stay. Number 34, Evan Alt, is on first base. He's a little bit of a smaller fellow, so I'm sure he's got some wheels on him. We'll see here. Catcher kept a hold of that one. Counts 2 balls, no strikes, and they have 2 outs in this inning. Tecumseh's looking for an easy out here. A nice strike right down the middle.
Counts 2-1. 2-1.
Oh, 2-1. There we go. Gabe Goes is up to bat, got a hit. Right to second. Tossed it up. Able to get the out at second. That'll end the top of the third inning for him. We're going to go ahead and take a little bit of a break here. We'll see you guys in a second.
Tecumseh Insurance Center understands that your insurance products are only as good as your agent, and that's why personalized service is our specialty. As an independent agency, we offer a number of insurance options for your home, auto, business, farm, and crop insurance needs. We are proud to operate and do business in our small rural community and want to provide you with the best protection and options available. Please call us for a quote at 402-335-4123 or visit us on the web at tecumsehinsuranceCenter.com.
Be ready doesn't mean you're going to.
And we are back here in downtown Tecumseh. It's a nice night, a little humid, not too hot, at least for me in the shade here.
Yeah, look at that nice little panoramic of the outfield there.
Oh, that's beautiful. You'll love to see it. The dirt's definitely a little soft over here. I can feel my seat sinking.
Yeah, it's pretty soft. That's no lie. Yeah, you better balance out your legs there.
Yeah, might have to.
The other seats are about 3 to 4 inches in the ground here, but they're in a pretty steady spot. They're not going anywhere.
They're just adjustable height. That's what we'll call it.
Now batting for Tecumseh to lead off at the bottom of the third, Rowan Benham, the left fielder, jumps all over the first pitch of the offering, and he gets the first base on the air. So leadoff runner on. Statistically, Philip, when you have your leadoff on, you have it's like a 60% chance of scoring.
You really got the stats all up there, huh?
Well, that's a stat you should live by when you're playing baseball. Leadoff runner needs to be on if you want to score.
Not taking, I remember that one.
Now batting, the center fielder, Jalen Behrens. He pulls back his bunt. Now there's a steal. Rowan is safe at second base. It's now a runner in scoring position for Jalen Behrens. Jalen batting just over 300 on the season at 306. On base percentage of 433. Another nice bunt right down the third baseline, and it's just barely foul. That one just caressed the line there, inches away from staying fair. Third baseman would have run up on it. He probably would have stayed in play. So that'll be a foul ball, second strike.
If only the wind blew right.
Yeah, blew on the ground. 0-2 the count. Runner on second. Ball in play to the first baseman right under his glove. That's going to score one from third. Behrens will now go to second. Catcher's going to throw down, throw long. So now on the air by the first baseman. They score one, and Jalen is now at second base. Back to the top of the order for Tecumseh, Chase Van Winkle at the plate.
Score is now 7-1.
Chase sporting and they're going to get him out at third. I guess I looked down for a second too long. Chase was sporting a solid 12 RBIs on the season with only 14 hits. Now 14 hits is nice, but 12 RBIs is pretty nice considering it doesn't have any doubles, triples, or home runs. So 14 singles, 12 runners batted in. That's pretty good. In other words, he does well with runners in scoring position. So now a strike called on Van Winkle. One out in the inning. Tecumseh leads 1-7. If you're curious, the run rule is 8 runs after 5 innings. There's nothing before the 5, so don't get too excited here. We will be playing 5 innings nonetheless. Additionally, for juniors games, there is a 2-hour time limit. We started pretty close to 5:30, so if you're looking at your clocks at home, expect something to be done no later than 7:30. However, the inning can start with just seconds, or I should say a minute, before that mark. So you can go just a little over 2 hours in certain cases. That ball just a little bit low, bringing the count 2-2 for Van Winkle. Swung on, and it's fouled over to the third base dugout. Van Winkle staying alive. That was the 5th pitch of this at-bat. That one high. Good eye by Van Winkle now. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. No one on base, 1 out in the inning. Now on inside, Van Winkle's going to take his base. Now coming to the plate, Ryan Bowling, number 1. He is the 3rd baseman for this game. The runner stealing. That'll be a called strike. Van Winkle's down. Oh, ball hits him, but he's okay. Good slide to get into second safely, although there was no play. So now a runner in scoring position, 1 out, and that was a called strike on Bowling. So he has an 0-1 count. That one high. Van Winkle halfway to third. He's going to trace his steps back, going on back to second base. That one fouled back, out of play for Ryan.
I'm going to go ahead and step away and let somebody else commentate here. Another special guest for you. I'll be back soon.
So the count 1-2 to Bowling now. That one right past the shortstop. Van Winkle now running for home. Bowling halfway to second. He's going to check it, and he's going to stay at first. So now joined by a veteran player on the Tecumseh senior squad, Eli Waring.
Hi, good to be here.
So Eli's been playing baseball for even longer than I have. A lot of experience on the field, a lot of leadership he brings to this team. Eli, what is it that made you come back this year?
I think it's just about wanting to finish off right. We didn't quite get where we wanted to last year, and who knows how the end of this year will go, but it's been a great experience. You know, I love these guys. I think for both of us, we were back for the summer and wanted to make the most of it. I mean, why not? We've got a good group of guys, and it's been fun, and just came to play good baseball.
And that you have. You're sporting quite an impressive season so far, and it's been fun to play alongside you. How do you, approaching the plate, you have to have some kind of mindset with the number of home runs you've hit this year. When you go up to that plate every time, no matter the count, no matter the situation, what's going through your head? What are you thinking?
I try to keep it really simple, especially a lot of people, you know, you try to hit home runs, and that's when you're least likely to hit home runs. So I usually give myself a couple of swing thoughts, like usually it's simple as elbow in up the middle, and then I just try to execute that. And I think if I put a good line drive swing on a ball, it's got a decent chance of carrying at most of the ball fields. And so far I've done all right.
So in terms of your approach, would you consider yourself more of a power hitter or a contact hitter? Which philosophy do you take?
Ooh, that's a good question. Like I said, I don't really put much thought into it. I try to hit the ball. I mean, you should be going up there trying to hit a ball hard. With 2 strikes, I take a little more of a protective approach, I guess, but my swing doesn't change much. So I just want to drive a baseball.
And with that pass ball advances both these runners to second and third respectively. So now 2 runners in scoring position, 1 out in the inning. Yeah, that's definitely a good approach, and I wish more guys would follow that philosophy. Sometimes in today's game, you up there and you think a strikeout's going to be the same as a blooper to first, but a line drive and good contact's a huge part of the game that I think is overlooked sometimes. That one, top part of the strike zone, called strike on Cam Schuster.
So it's quite the setup here we have. Can you give me the rundown on what's going on, Sam?
I can try, but I've been out of the loop just as long as you have. So like I said, we have these 3 cool cameras. We have the one here along the first baseline. The one you're seeing most often is straight away center. And we also have that one in the dugout that you'll catch a glimpse of sometimes. Really cool setup by Marcus and the Striv Crew here. Me and Eli both been away here, but when we were gone, they sure made a lot of improvements and spent a lot of money. So even these camera people, you know, they're all over the place, and we don't have cords running all over. It's all a wireless setup. And so there's more equipment here, and it's worth more than both of our first years of college combined, I'm sure. It's not a cheap setup by any means, but the Tecumseh Striv Crew does a really great job with what they do, and hopefully that reflects in our stream tonight.
Yeah, no,
go ahead.
The JCC Striv program is very impressive, and something I think every athlete around this community appreciates, because not many schools have it, especially at a school our size. And it's just very impressive to see. And I think it's one of the same things with, like, we came back. I mean, we just came back to play baseball, but we're also giving back to our community, I think, in a way. And seeing people like Marcus and the JCC Striv program, like, put something like this on really shows you that, like, the community comes together and is invested in something just like Legion baseball. It's really fun to see.
Yeah, community support's been huge this year. As I mentioned earlier, there's not a whole lot of fiscal support from the town itself, so the community's really come together and done some good things. Like, example, we said Dave Bowling and no, I'm blinking here. Harold Richardson put in a lot of time today on this field. It changed it completely. Like I said, it was borderline unplayable before they got here today. That outfield is probably about 10 feet larger all around, and the infield was more grass than it was dirt for sure. So community support's been huge this year, and like Eli said, it's great coming back and giving back to the community a little bit. It's about time we put some hardware in this town.
Yes, couldn't agree more. No, before and after of the field, from 6 o'clock this morning when I drove by to go to work and 3:50 when I got back, it was pretty impressive.
It was a glow up.
It was quite the glow up, a day glow up.
It's now a pop out, or a pop fly out to right field. There will be a pop out by Holly.
It'll score, though.
A nice sacrifice to get the runner in from third, leaving Mason Benham stuck at second. So now Tecumseh with a nice staggering lead. Up to the plate now, Brandon Speckman. So Eli, everyone on this team really appreciates you coming back this year. What's the thing that you've enjoyed the most about playing?
Ooh, what have I enjoyed the most? Definitely just the guys. I mean, like, as maybe stereotypical as that is to say, like, I've played baseball since the time I was 4, maybe 5, and I can confidently say this is the best group of guys I've been a part of. I mean, we draw from 4 different communities, I think, and the fact that you've got, 9 guys on the field, 15 guys total or whatever it is that come together and play as one solid team is really impressive, I think, and it speaks to the character of the guys we have. We've got good baseball players and good people, and I think that shows, and that's why it's just been the most fun. Just this group has been a ton of fun to play with.
Yeah, earlier I referred to it as Southeast Nebraska Collage. It's no town in particular, but we have a lot of people from all over. And with that, the first baseman's pulled off the bag. Speckman will be safe at first, advancing Benham to third. Hunter Bowling now at the plate. So yeah, it's people from all over, and we have some good athletes and good ball players, and it's fun watching everyone play together and come together. It's, when you're playing younger baseball, you're playing with people that you've grown up with and you've played for years. But the last couple years in this program, we've kind of shifted that, and now you're playing with people from all around. You haven't played sports with these kids since you were 8, and it's a little bit different, but it's a cool aspect, playing with these different athletes that have all come up with different perspectives on sports and athletics and everything. It's cool for sure.
No doubt. I mean, anymore, it's tough for a small community to pool together enough players to put together like a Legion baseball team or even like an 11-man football team. So the fact that we made it work to keep this program alive, I think there's a lot of people, myself included, who take pride in, Tecumseh and Post 2 Legion baseball. And to make it happen by getting kids that aren't from Tecumseh has been really cool and fun to watch.
Yeah, I remember our beginning years of Legion. There was not a full seniors team. I think there was even one year we didn't have a seniors team. And so now we have a full 9 that just play seniors. That's something that I never would have expected. A lot of kids will fizzle out over time. You'll start when you're 12 years old, you'll have 2 full teams of kids from your class, and now me and Eli are the only 2 left from our class, and a lot of the same for these younger years too. But seeing a full 9 for the seniors is something that I really like to see, and juniors are the ones struggling now, so hopefully they can pick up their numbers in time when it comes to play seniors for them, because I think baseball is something this community really enjoys to watch.
Yeah, I think it's important for small communities to have things like this. And I mean, there's been years past. You probably have to go back maybe 10 years now, but where we couldn't field teams, and 4 years ago or whatever, where we couldn't field a seniors team, and that can be devastating to a program. And you don't want to lose a baseball program, because once you lose it for a year or two, it's really tough to get it back. And so we've been fortunate enough to hang on to ours and fight through some tough times, and I think the future looks bright. I'm excited to see it. We won't be a part of it, but we'll definitely be watching and supporting.
Yeah, for sure. I can't wait to see what the future brings for these young kids. Another pitching change for Adams now. We have number 59, Seth Dean, coming in. This is the second pitching change of the game. We're still in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, it could be a long, short game, this one. We'll see. There's still a lot of baseball to be played, but that's the way it's transpiring.
Nice vocabulary there. I do appreciate that.
Thank you. I try. I want to mix up the viewers, see if I can catch them off guard with a quick new word.
So me and Eli were both away at college this last year. I was at Kearney. He was in Lincoln at UNL. Eli, what was your favorite part about being away from home for the first time?
Ooh, favorite part. Well, first it was very overwhelming, which I didn't expect. I think I'm a pretty independent person, so that kind of caught me off guard, but I definitely settled in and grew to love it for sure. My favorite part about being away from home, probably just the people I've met. Being at UNL, a lot of people told me how big it feels, especially coming from a small community, and I did not experience that at all. I've met some amazing people. I mean, every time I walk to the parking garage or a class, I'm saying hi to someone, which makes it feel a lot smaller than it is. So definitely the people. There's good people everywhere, and whether it's Tecumseh or Lincoln, you just got to meet them, and I've met some good ones everywhere. So that's probably me. What about you?
Similar to you, I was scared about the fact of going away, and there's not a whole lot of people from Tecumseh out at UNK. There was Coach Klesby's here. He was out there for his first semester. They went to student teach. My favorite part, however, was probably the same as you, meeting all my new friends, and I had to develop a whole new friend group as none of my friends went there. And Eli, you were the same.
Yep.
We both joined fraternities out there, and I got to say, it was one of the best decisions I've ever made. I've made some really good friends and connections, and I can't wait to keep doing that for my next 2 years out there.
Absolutely, me too.
So now the first pitch by the new pitcher be to Rowan Benham. Low in the dirt, keep the runner at 3rd. And so, Eli, would you like to describe kind of your path and what you're going to college for?
Oh, yeah. So I went in as business administration, which basically meant I wanted to be business, but I had no idea what I wanted to do, which is fine. I think that people get caught up a little too often in thinking they need to know. I'm now finance, so who knows where that could take me. There's clearly still a lot. Pass ball here, runner won't advance. Sorry, natural. There's a lot of paths that could take me, but whether it be investment banking or financial planning, I would expect some route like that. How about yourself?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm at Kearney for a chemistry major with the intention of going to the pharmacy field, so I'll be in Kearney for 3 years, and I'll move to Omaha for UNMC for another 4. So my path is definitely a little bit more direct and planned out than Eli's, but I can't wait to see what Eli does with his future. I know he'll be successful, and it'll be a fun ride to watch.
Back to you. It will be that.
That first pitch fouled back. Bases are still loaded here. We have 2 outs.
They've been that way for a while.
you know, something has to happen eventually. That one right down the foul line will be foul indeed.
You're right. Something has to give. Either runs are going to be driven in or the third out of the inning will occur. Bottom of third. Juniors do operate on a 2-hour time limit. It'll be interesting to see if we hit that.
Dean with another low pitch. It gets by the catcher, but runner will stay at third. And no advance. So, Eli, one of the biggest things about you coming back this year has to do with your leadership. You were always a leader on and off the field in the past years, but now as you're definitely one of the older players on the team, it's a big role you have. Do you think that being a leader has a bigger role than being an actual athlete? I mean, you're obviously an athlete too, but which do you think has a bigger impact on the team, being an impressive athlete or being an exceptional leader?
Yeah, that's a great question. First of all, great drive by Rowan. My prediction was right. They did indeed drive in runs. So whether I think to answer your question, my leadership is definitely the thing that I think has a bigger impact, and the reason for that is I can only play for this year, and so whatever I do on the field is good for this year. But I've really prided myself that I said if I was going to come back, like, I wanted to make an impact on the team, and I think I've done that to a fair extent playing, but I want to make a lasting impact, and I've been able to do that through leadership. If I can, you know, give one kid one piece of hitting advice or just mental part of the game that can, you know, increase his IQ or the way he looks at the game or the way he's able to pick things up and communicate with teammates, I mean, that could last him for another 3 years. We've got a bunch of good young players coming up that I definitely hope that I'm helping move them in the right direction so that they can continue to see this program grow and grow.
And you do that exceptionally well. I mentioned earlier how the juniors have the coaches to guide them through batting practice and everything, but the seniors, on the other hand, we have to coach ourselves, and you do an exceptional job of helping kids out in the batting cage and helping them fix things they're doing wrong. And even during the game, you're always the loudest one out there for sure, and that has a big impact on the game and how it's played. And like you said, there's some young players on this team that could use some guidance, and if you're at this level, you're playing seniors and you're young, you're obviously a good athlete, you know what you're doing, but there's always room for improvement, and you do a very good job of constructively improving their game piece by piece. And I think it may not be appreciated enough by them right now, but they'll come to realize it eventually, and you play a big part of the team in that aspect.
No, I appreciate that. So do you. You've obviously, I think we've kind of co-led this team and helped hopefully lead some players in the right direction, so it's been fun. Everything you said goes right back to you.
Thank you. I do try, because obviously not much of an athlete myself, but I do have that verbal communication going for me. I can try. So with that, Adams finally did get that final out of the inning. And now pitching change for Tecumseh. We'll have Mason Benham on the mound. Eli, earlier this season, you got to catch. That was the final position that you've never played in a game. What's been your favorite? You play a lot of shortstop. You're a good pitcher. You've been in center field. What's your absolute favorite position to play?
That's a good question. I think I'm definitely a fan of the highlight play, and I think there's highlights to be made everywhere if you're reading a ball well and making a jump. So that stuff. I don't know that I have a favorite position. I think if you're really feeling it, which I'm unfortunately I'm not all that often, but if you're a starting pitcher and you're commanding the zone, and that's really the one place where, like, when I'm on and I'm on the mound, I feel like I control the game, and that's definitely probably the most fun.
Yeah, for sure. I think the pitcher has the biggest control over the game if you're
doubt.
feeling it. That's a good point.
What about you? What's your favorite position you've played so far?
I don't have quite the repertoire you do. I play a lot of outfield. I think my absolute favorite, though, has to be first, just because I don't like to run a whole lot.
Yeah, no.
And I'm not good at digging it all the time, but I do enjoy it. I enjoy playing first base when I have the opportunity.
I'm a big fan of first. First is definitely underrated. You know, there's a little something in the works here, too. Depending on circumstances as this game goes, we could see a couple different positions out of some players here. I'm not going to spoil too much. You'll have to stay tuned into the seniors game. But some developments could happen, that's for sure.
Some developments. That's a good way to put it.
Could be fun.
This is definitely a fun game. As I mentioned, both juniors and seniors won against Wilbur yesterday away, and tomorrow they'll be back here again, except we'll be at our home park, and again, it'll be on Striv. A nice fielding effort by Cam Schuster, gets it off to first base for the first out of the inning.
See, so right there, a lot of people would think that that's probably a shortstop's ball, but that's the one. The shortstop is definitely the leader of the infield and needs to take control of every ball he can get to. But right there, the third baseman has such a better angle, and all of his momentum is moving towards first base. So great play by Cam, and heads up to read that ball off the bat and make a throw.
Yeah, for sure. That communication and baseball IQ is huge. He obviously had that momentum carrying him right towards that bag, and it was obviously a big play there as it was a close play at first. So Benham fires his second strike off now. 0-2 the count, 1 out away. So I said it earlier, you may not have been around. The juniors have played Adams twice now this season. This is his third outing. They've won both of them. The first time, 14-0 on June 12th. And on June 22nd, they had a rematch. Tecumseh won that one 11-2. Our scoreboard's not the best, but I believe we're on track to have another nice game here in Tecumseh.
I do believe it is 8-1.
Is it 8-1?
I think so, but I have been taking batting practice, so I could be a little off.
I was missing a little bit too there.
No, the Post 2 scoreboard has seen better days. You know, one of those, once again, we're a work in progress. I don't think anybody here claims to be perfect, so there's still improvements to be made, but one of them being the scoreboard.
That's the beauty of the stream. The cameras never have to look at that scoreboard, so the viewers don't have to know how good of a scoreboard it is or how bad, you know, how you take it.
No, JCC Striv puts together a very nice scoreboard.
Well, you see it could have been better. We just had some technical difficulties before the game. I'm not sure if you guys are seeing the base layout there or not, but that was intended. So you could have seen what runners on what base, and that's advanced. You got to give it to them, though. This is the first time this crew's done baseball, and a lot of these kids haven't played baseball before, so a completely new environment for them, and I think they're doing pretty darn well, and hopefully Philip caught up on some of the verbiage we used here in that first game and carries it on to the seniors game when me and Eli are both playing out there.
I have no doubt he will.
So Eli, I don't know if you caught it, but right here in the dugout, there's a camera, and you can see kind of the vibe of the home dugout here. It could be used in a positive or a negative manner, but I believe today should be a positive one, hopefully.
I did. I saw that when I first walked up, and I think that was definitely, I mean, you have that camera out in center field, which I would like to see what the lens looks like on that, because 345 feet to the plate is quite a distance, but that dugout camera was definitely my favorite of the three that you have to choose from. So I hope they're giving you guys some cool looks at it.
A nice strikeout there by Benham. Yeah, for sure. I told Marcus to make sure that mic is not on. I don't know what might be said in there, but that's Jason's territory over here. So there's not a whole lot of talking happening, but yeah, I think it's a cool opportunity for that camera there. It gives you an insight to the players.
Definitely. We take pride and we try to represent our community, but better safe than sorry when it comes to the dugout. Things get heated. People get into the games. You know, you never know.
Yeah, for sure. I'm interested to see how this center field camera performs come around 9:30 when it gets a little darker. It'll be a big adaptation. This crew's not used to working in the dark. They're always in a gym or on the football field, and usually we have pretty good lighting out there, but this could be a different situation.
Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of factors that go into this. Once again, it just speaks to how well they've put together. However it turns out, whether you can see or not, it'll be good.
And that's popped out to the right fielder, Hunter Bowling, for the last out of the inning, or the last out at the top of the inning. So now going into the bottom of the fourth, I believe Tecumseh leads 8-1. So we're going to take a quick break now while these teams switch sides, and we'll be back soon.
The seed was planted back in 1848 when Nicholas Rink bought a farm near Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. And it's kept growing. 6 generations of Rinks working the land, producing seed for farms throughout the Midwest. We've grown since our first corn hybrid in the 1920s, but we've continued our family tradition by creating the superior genetics and technologies today's farmers need to feed the world. Rink seed. Our roots make the results.
Alrighty, your favorite commentator's back. Maybe not for baseball, but definitely some other things. You gotta give me some credit. I'm fine. Both Eli and Sam did a great job of commentating. They were talking about some pretty interesting topics. Went from the community and the Legion baseball and how they're into that, and how Eli and Sam both wanted to leave a little bit of a legacy behind, hoping to give some younger people on the team something to remember, something to leave them with. So I always respect stuff like that. Always want to leave your mark and hope that it carries on a little bit of a legacy. May not be remembered for it, but it'll definitely be something that helps the team and the community. So far, the score is 8-1 with Tecumseh in the lead. Looks like we got number 2 up on our team there, on Tecumseh's, which is Chase Van Winkle. And Sam said he had to go change. He said he might be back, might not be back, so we'll just have to wait and see. Maybe he'll be stuck with me all night. And like I said before, it's been a while since I've watched or played any baseball, so definitely need to work some kinks out, especially the whole me saying their points instead of runs. I know somebody's got to be cringing at that. I'll try and remember that for you. I got it marked on a paper, R-U-N, with a big circle around it, so if I still keep calling them points, I'm sorry. Nice hit. Looks like it was outside the foul line. A ball there. I believe the count might be 1-2. I'm not quite sure. Like we've said, like Eli said, I heard, he said the scoreboard's seen better days. That it definitely has. He had a few more than that walking to the plate there. Chase Van Winkle on first now. The score is 13-1. We were a little bit behind on that. We apologize.
Did you bring food to share with the class, Marcus? What'd you get? Delicious.
Okay, come on. That's just, that's, no, there's no excuse for that, man. There's no excuse. That's just rude, man.
Cool. It's just one, all right?
I'll remind you again, the score is 13-1. We apologize for the inconvenience of us being a little bit off.
Are you ever going to let go of the bat like that in there?
No, you got to power through.
Are you ever going to one-hand swing?
Counts 2 balls, 1 strike. Pitch was behind him there. They've got a runner on second. The batter's got 3 balls and a strike. If I was him, I'd wait on that one unless it's a real pretty one. And a pretty one it was. Right into center field. Gets a runner to third, and he's on first. He'll round that base looking for it. Decides to stay. The ball was right there by second. Now we got Mason Benham up. His nickname is Rhino. Not sure where it came from, but I'm sure the gray really pushes the nickname. A nice hit. Staying in. I almost hit the fence there. He'll be rounded to second. Got a runner on third now. Got a runner home. Got one RBI. Score is now 14-1. Got Mason Benham on second. Got 2 bases out of that hit. That was a beautiful one. Almost hit the fence in the left field there. I also got a runner on third. Putting in a courtesy runner there to second, Tyler Blessing. Giving big Mason Benham, AKA Rhino, a break on the bench. Got Cam Schuster at the home plate now. I can tell he looks hungry for a hit. That one bounced off the bat there. Went out for a foul. I believe the count's 2-1. If I had some more paper, I'd keep count of that, but I don't have too much to work with. Looks like the catcher's talking with the coach there. Maybe some dysfunctional gear. Looks like one of his leg guards. Maybe a strap's broken or so. I'm not sure, we'll see here. Sorry about that wind, but I'm also not sorry because it does feel very nice. They're trying to work out the problem with the gear there for the catcher. Again, the score is 14-1. Tecumseh with the lead. Pretty favorable one. All right, he's coming out now. Looks like he got the gear fixed up. Putting the helmet on, ready to play some more ball. Cameron Schuster still up. I can tell he looks hungry. Said that before, and he still does. That was a low one, another ball. That should bring the count to 3-1. I'm excited to see the seniors play too. I've been hearing some big talk from them. That one right off of his leg, and he walks it off like it's nothing. Glad to say he's on the football team. Both him and Brandon Speckman got hit with balls today, and they just walked it off like it was nothing. That's something you like to see. Bases are loaded. We've got number 20, Zach Hawley, out there to hit. A nice hit in the left field. That gets a runner home. Got a runner home and the bases moved. Everyone's safe. I believe there's no outs in this inning. Hear some fireworks going off in the back. I don't know if you guys can hear them, but I can. I'm excited for the 4th of July. Be nice to get out and have a good night. First one was a ball. I believe Brandon Speckman. Yep. Swung on that one and missed. That's a strike. Counts 1-1. Another strike there.
Mason, do you go play catch or something?
Another strike there. It's a 3rd strike. That'll be the first out of the inning. Now we've got number 22, Hunter Bowling. That pitch was a little bit low, got past the catcher. They decided to keep the runners on base, trying not to risk another out. That one was a strike. I believe the count is 1-1. Had contact with that one. That'll bring it up to 2 strikes and 1 ball. Got to be careful now. Got to really protect the plate. He took that one in the side, walks it off like it's nothing. Love to see that. I've yet to see any Tecumseh players get hit from the ball and limp around and worry about it. They just run it off and call it good. And with him getting hit with that, that did score another run. So the score is 16-1. Tecumseh with a pretty nice lead. A hard swing and a miss there. Number 14, Rowan Benham. Made contact with that one. That'll be another strike for him. I believe the count is 0-2. Another contact made there. Took that one to the chest, but he's got some plate in there. I think he's all right. That one was low and outside. Got a count of 1-2, 1 strike, 2 balls. Batter's out on that one. Looked like he made contact with it, but I believe he caught it. The catcher did. Now we've got Jalen Barons out there hitting, bases loaded. That one was a little high, called it a ball. That one low, bounced off the ground. They're still deciding to keep the runners on base. Not one to risk any outs here. They haven't really found a good opportunity to send them either. I believe there are 2 outs in this inning. There's 3 balls. If I was Jalen, I'd feel a little comfortable there, just waiting it out, seeing if he throws another one. Big contact with that one in the middle of left and center field there. He'll stay at first, got a runner in. That's another point for Tecumseh, excuse me. That was a beautiful hit right in between the gap of center and left field. Very well done. Score 17-1. Comes up with a nice lead. They can feel. I think they can feel pretty comfortable now. Looks like they got a new pitcher in there warming up. Number 3, Solomon Del Hay. I believe this is the 3rd pitcher. Or no, I think he started pitching in the beginning, and now they got him back out here. Maybe he needed a little bit of rest, and maybe he'll start throwing some good pitches here. He's been throwing some pretty good pitches, but getting the score 17-1. I gotta admit, I really do like their jerseys. Sam and I were talking about them earlier. He said that they really wanted to go for a lighter color because they had black last year and they're really hot. And he says these jerseys are a little bit more breathable in a lighter color so the sun doesn't absorb as much. Chase Van Winkle up to hit. That one looked to be outside. One ball, no strikes. And there's 1 out. Made contact. Right over an infielder's head into the outfield and right. Nice little hit there to get him to first. And I believe he brought a batter into, or a runner in, excuse me. That one was low. Bases are still loaded. They've been loaded for quite a while now. And like Sam was saying earlier, they play a small ball approach. But here they're just waiting for that opportunity to get those bases in, not really risking running anybody home. Because that could lead to 2 big outs ending the inning. So it's just playing it nice and slow. Had a good cut, led to a strike, missed it. A low swing on that one. Got Ryan Bowling in there. I believe the count is 2-1. There's one out in the inning. And I think in about 19 minutes or so, we'll be running up to the 2-hour mark. If my math is correct. Got a nice hit. Foul ball, though. Nice contact swing. Nice contact. Infielder bounced off of him. That got another batter in, leading to another point, and he got to base. Tecumseh really showing confidence in their team. Just running through the lineups, waiting for a nice contact hit to move bases one and just keep waiting it out. Nice hit, that's coming towards our way. There's one strike for number 55, Mason Benham. That was a real low one. Believe the count's 3-1. Whew. A big hit there, out into center field. It was a good dinger there, but went straight to the center fielder, which I believe is Mason Denson. I'll see if I can catch his number as he sprints by. I believe so. Mason Denson caught that one. It was a nice hit into center field, but hung just a little bit too long, and he had some time to get under it. We're going to go ahead and take a little bit of a break here. I'll see you guys in a bit. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned.
My name is Chris Worth. I'm a diesel tech at Truck Center Companies, Lincoln, Nebraska. I've been here for 9 months now, and I was kind of worried about coming to a bigger shop in a bigger city, but I mean, this is a big shop with kind of a smaller town environment. It was really easy to transition from the school environment to the shop environment. I mean, all the guys here are really friendly, and if I had any questions, they weren't afraid to help me. I think the biggest part for me of wanting to work here was talking to some of the guys, and they pretty much told me that the sky was the limit. I mean, there's all sorts of trainings you can do, and it just never stops, and that's why I wanted to come and work here.
And we're back here in downtown Tecumseh. I'd like to take this pause in the action to remind you guys that we do have a senior games after this, starting at 8:30, I want to say. I believe it's 8:30. Should be around that time if it's not at 8:30. Can't think about it off the top of my head, but we also will be streaming some games tomorrow, junior and senior. Should be about similar times. Hope you guys stay tuned. Got number 14 up, Trenton Allen. We also got a new pitcher in Mason Benham. Or I think he pitched last inning too. I know they were at least talking about it. Whew. He's got some heat on those too. Nice hit to the third baseman. Get it over to first. Safe is what they called him. It was close. It looks like the first baseman, Brandon, when he reached out to grab that one, maybe his foot came off the bag. Not quite sure, but it was definitely a close one. So they've got a runner on first. Good start to the inning. He's keeping his lead short. A swing and a miss from number 3, Solomon Del Hay. Call that one a strike. Nice heater. A swing and a miss, another strike. That'll send him back to the dugout. Got hit with that one and he runs it off. It's a little bit of a limp in his step there. As he should, though. Something that hard coming at you that fast, gotta hurt. So they've got a runner on first and second. And I believe they've got Evan Alt up here to bat, number 34. Nice heater, goes past first into right field. Right fielder gets it in.
That's the second base. Hey, cut 4 is
Bases loaded. Looks like they got number 7, Gabe Goes up. He's the third hitter in the lineup, so I wouldn't be surprised if he can hit pretty decently. Called that one a strike. Another strike there. That'll send him back to the dugout. And that's 2 outs for this inning. Bases loaded. Number 18, Mason Denson, up to bat. First one was a ball. Got Mason Benham on the mound, and we got Mason Denson hitting. That was a nice quick pitch down the middle for a strike. Got 2 strikes now on him. Got to protect the plate. See if he can make contact. Never mind, it is 1-1. Ooh, big dinger. That one's out in the right field. Gets 1 runner home, looking for 2. Got 2 runners home. Got that train going by. A couple of runs was scored there for Adams. Score is now 19-3. Tecumseh with the big lead.
2 steps back and then go find it.
Excuse me, 4-19. Train caught me off guard there. So they've got a runner on third. And they've got 43, Grant Lemke, up to bat. Strike right down the middle. Another strike there. Made contact with that one, trying to protect the plate. A big swing and a miss there. It's a third and final out for that inning. And I believe that's game. Final score 19-4. Tecumseh had a big start, did a fantastic job. Now we'll be moving on to the seniors game. Hope you guys will stick around. Shouldn't be too long and they'll get started here. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. This is our first ever attempt at filming some baseball here in Tecumseh. Again, we've tried a lot of new things, and I hope we're doing a great job. Hope I'm doing an all right job commentating. I'll hope to see you guys again. Stay tuned. We'll have a seniors game here before too long. Thank you very much for watching JCC Striv here in downtown Tecumseh.